Have you ever wondered what the world's most dangerous killer is? Sharks? Lions? Maybe snakes or spiders? Turns out the world's most dangerous killer is significantly smaller, the mosquito, and it kills far more people every year than the previously combined. In fact, mosquitoes kill an estimate of more than 600,000 people each year as a result of the spreading of the malaria blood parasite. The majority of these deaths are children younger than 5 years old, and in 2013 there was an estimate of 200 million cases of malaria, making this disease a global humanitarian crisis.
So how is malaria transmitted? Well, when an infected female Anopheles mosquito feeds on a human, they inject sporozoites into the host's bloodstream. The sporozoites then travel to the liver, where they invade liver cells and mature into schizons. When these rupture, they release thousands of merozoites which enter the bloodstream and go on to infect lots of red blood cells. Most of these red blood cells will die, but those that persist in the blood will develop into gametocytes. These can remain in the blood for several days, a time during which another mosquito could feed and ingest these gametocytes. In this mosquito, the gametocytes will develop into new sporozoites, which get stored in their salivary glands, and so when this mosquito goes to feed again, they will infect the next human target, and the mosquito after that will do the same, which spreads the disease exponentially.
After invading a red blood cell of a human, the malaria parasite continues to multiply, spreading throughout the bloodstream. Once these cells are infected, they will cause the host to develop symptoms similar to the flu, such as sweating and high fevers, as well as more serious symptoms including muscle aches, diarrhea, and nausea. However, if not treated, the malaria parasite can lead to very severe cases, such as liver and kidney failure, hypoglycemia, and inflammation of the lungs. Or, if cerebral malaria occurs, this can escalate to impaired consciousness, permanent brain damage, and even death.
Currently, most drugs are based on the potent antimalarial, antimycin, which when combined with other drugs can form an effective counteractive to malaria. However, although this has allowed for significant treatment of malaria, there has recently been an emergence of strains of malaria resistant to artemisinin, meaning there is a need for a new drug to be developed before an epidemic. Continually, the problem is that in countries in which malaria is most prominent are generally of a lower economic status and can quite often be ravaged by war and conflict. Therefore, it is also a challenge for scientists to come up with a drug that is not too expensive.
To tackle this challenge, we created compounds with a trizolar core, known to kill the parasite in vitro experiments, and perform nucleophilic aromatic substitution reactions to alter the functional groups in the blue and green positions shown in the diagram. This alteration has the potential of making the antimalarial drug more water-soluble and resistant to chemical attack, such that it is better absorbed in the body and not broken down by the body's metabolism before it has a chance to kill the malaria parasite. Over the course of 5 weeks, 8 new antimalarials were produced. However, they await purification before testing their effectiveness. Regardless, this fresh new research encourages a much-needed transition to a future removed from this deadly parasite.